Hello, hello, my lovelies. Nice to see y'all again. So, we are back with more Starlight, Kawasaki being our last copy ability character. And things are just so much better than yesterday. Seemingly, I'm not sure. None of the issues that we had during yesterday's stream are gonna happen again. And the other issues that I had, um, what's it called? That I had with my laptop in general have all been resolved. No more shady programs, no more nothing. Like, I just needed to take a break for a bit, then look into it again. I found everything in the hidden system settings of the safe mode, or in the very least, they feel like they are hidden. I'm not sure, honestly. And yeah, now I'm 100% confident and sure that nothing weird or shady is left on my laptop. Never gonna make that same mistake again. And above all else, I just needed a good night's sleep and some good lunch today. And I'm back as good as always, as if I had never had any issues yesterday to begin with. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? So yeah, let us get into things. So that's Kawasaki's story. Yes, the game's in German, I apologize for that. But it's like, I played the entire game so far in German. I'm kind of stubborn in not wanting anything happening in English for Starlight. So, Kawasaki went on a journey to find ingredients to prepare for a feast. Oh goodness, knowing what final boss awaits us, what kind of ingredients is he looking for? Okay, but now I'm curious, how does he play? Because I know Cook Kirby can only do that one big attack that gets everyone in the pot. That's it? Can't he at least make, like, from this and this, can't he, like, do a swinging motion, a quarter circle to get it from in front of him above his head? That's literally all the moves Kawasaki has. Oh goodness. You know what? This looks like it's gonna be a challenge, so let's make it extra hard for myself. We're not gonna have, unless we need them for... Whoa, wait. Yo, we made it up. Wow, Kawasaki's jump really is high. Unless we need friends for passages like this one, we're not gonna have any. Kawasaki can do this. I am sure of it. This is gonna be terrible. Sorry, Sir Kibble, but thanks for your help. That's a very interesting hitbox. Okay, I just want to know who we would get. And regardless of who it is, even if it is Magalar, they are not coming along. I made my case. Which is funny, because the exact same thing I also planned for all of their guest star modes, but more because in their case it's more because they can do most stuff on their own that doesn't require mixed abilities or friend powers. Taranza! I kinda had a feeling it'd be him. No, or Dark Meta Knight. Well, okay, you can come along for this one room. Once we reach... Oh. Sorry, Taranza. But a challenge is a challenge. And the challenge wouldn't be hard if I had a dream transition. Kawasaki grew stronger. Yippee! Oh my goodness, look at this straw. La 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 la. Da, 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 da. Why should I wanna hurt anyone? You know, it'd be super cool if enemy fire could also, or like enemy sharp, both fire and sharp attack. So, what's it called? Oh, I need to go now. That's the other thing we could do, have a cooking squad. Because burning Leo seems fitting for a cooking squad. I forgot that jumps can do that. Let's think. Who else is could be part of the cooking squad? I think Drizzly, having clean, fresh water, sounds like a good idea. No bug-based hobby ability. Vividria doesn't come in question either. I'm kinda having... Oh yeah, no, it totally counts. Get a full focus real quick. You know what, let me check yesterday's, or well, any of my other Starlight spots, just so I can see the full roster again, because out of the top of my head, I don't know all the hobby abilities. Alright, green and blue Leo, thank you very much for your help. Green and blue Leo, I need your help again. an entire copy of those noodles. Let's see, we got sword. I mean, cutting vegetables and meat and stuff, but no. Cutter. No. Bomb, rock, whip, hammer, ninja, yo-yo, staff, firework, have on our spot. Ice. Most be plausible. Plasma, water, psyche. I mean ESP, psychic is the Pokemon type. Whoops. Wing. That'd be terrible actually to have Bird on the team. Like emergency rations or what. No, that's just terrible. Bird on, I'm not having you on the team for your own good. Trust me. Fighter, suplex, no, beetle, it's not called bat. Beetle, spider, parasol, artist. Okay, I think I have an idea. Fire and water are essential. Ice would be a good idea because, you know, keeping the food cool and keeping it fresh. Freezers and stuff. But I have a much better idea. Excuse me, Mr. Woods. I thank you very much. See, we're not fighting. I'm asking politely if I could get some apples for Kawasaki's dishes. Yes, this is the ladle touching them is Kawasaki collecting them in his inventory, and yeah, Whiskey is just tired after this endeavor. We didn't fight. I asked nicely for some apples, and he provided them to me. That's what happened. The official pause screen says Kawasaki is collecting ingredients. Well, I say he's also assembling the ultimate cooking squad. And now he already has found 2 employees for said squad. A master chef, a source of fire, and a source of fresh water. I think this is as good as it gets. The only thing that is missing to such a squad is something that, to my and Kawasaki's knowledge, cannot be found in Dreamland. Something that he has to scour the rest of Popstar for. Maybe in the rest of the known galaxy. But Kawasaki will make sure that he will find the last member for his ultimate cooking team. To prepare for such a journey though, they need product, they need rations, they need supplies. So he's going to the local ruler, the king of Dreamland, knowing that he has a huge hoard of freshly picked fruits. asking, with the goal to ask whether he can borrow some of those fruit, so they can be eaten both raw or be cooked into delicious meals during their journey. And as a sign of goodwill, he's preparing a feast in the castle for all the workers and inhabitants to enjoy. After their heartful work, their journey continues to the stairway that leads to the throne room for their audience with the king. This is the first time I do such a narrative. I think I'm doing now. The stairway is pretty tight, and the path full of other busy people. But eventually they make their way through. And it looks like there's a huge line leading to the king. So, waiting until it is their turn, they just have a nice, casual chat with the other people who are also waiting for an audience with the Dreamland's ruler. And after all their troubles, it is finally their time to have an audience with the king himself. So they walk over to the throne room, seeing the king's workers and employees doing their job, bringing him more and more freshly picked fruits from his gardens that are definitely not stolen. So the king asks Kawasaki, what is it that he sees? And Kawasaki very persuasively tells King Dedede of his endeavors of holding a feast for everyone in Dreamland to enjoy. And Dedede shouts with joy. He's excited at such an idea. So he takes Dedede from his throne room down to the storage, that's what it's called. To the storage, to bring him fresh fruit, and to also test his integrity on how well he can cook. He's ready to supply him for his journey, but he's still a king. So he's willing to give him the food he desires, with his great cooking as payment. And satisfied with Kawasaki's amazing performance, Dedede leaves all the fruit in the storage room to him and goes to take a nap. With his face on the floor, but that's not the point. Great storytelling so far, great storytelling. So now Kawasaki has collected various fruits from Dreamland, but the ultimate feast obviously also needs ingredients that cannot be found in their homeland. So he asks the locals for help. A steep, big mountain lies between them and the rest of Popstar. Such a tall mountain, one was used to hold gourmet races. However, all the food on that mountain has long been eaten by Kirby and Edie. So they quickly make their way through, rolling through the landscape with the power of only true culinary friendship. They thank the local for his help passing the cliffs of the mountain. Reward him with a donut that definitely was eaten by Poppy Bros and not Drizzly. Or was their name Drippy? Whatever. And bid them farewell as the cooking trio continues their journey. They reach a beautiful beach, the perfect place to collect tropical ingredients, seafood, tropical fruits that cannot be found in Dreamland, to scour the depths of the ocean, or just the local beaches. And when they go and finally find some palm trees, it appears that they sadly have arrived too late, and a troop of wallabies, also on their own journey, has already devoured all the coconuts hanging from the trees. So, they continue, taking a stroll through the waters to refresh their minds and their bodies, find some deep sea delicacies. I can only punch forward with this. Why can I not do upward? And maybe once they resurface from the waters again, they will find the tropical fruits they were looking for. Only time will tell. But for now, it's underwater adventures with this amazing trio. Running out of ideas for what to call them. God damn it. Make your way through the wet depths. And at the end of the beach, maybe, perhaps on a different land. Who knows how long they traveled. To find a fellow cook. The local chef. He's ready to teach Kawasaki his secret. Teach him a culinary recipe that will leave everyone in awe. It allows him to go further in his ethical and legal fish pond. So Kawasaki tries out the new recipe with the help of his two trusty assistants. And the local chef is amazed at what they create. They continue, having found no fruit in the oceans, but having found a huge amount of ingredients brought to them by the sea, and having learned new dishes that Kawasaki could have never even dreamed of. Their journey sets forth on a colder beach of Popstar, where they hope to maybe find local cold trees. After all, cold regions are not uncommonly accompanied by similarly cold trees, but also even more commonly accompanied by something that warms the body. Burning Leo especially is looking forward doing this to find a local repairman and assist him to fix the door of a local Edie, a variant of the Waddleys that sets foot and their life wherever. I'm not I don't know where I'm going with it. Sharp Knight fixed the door because Kitty couldn't get into their home. They didn't gain any new ingredients or recipes doing so, but sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's just about helping out the locals, helping out other people, winning their hearts and appreciation. What a successful adventure it has been so far. Who knows? Maybe the hot and cold treats thereafter are instead in a warmer region of Popstar. Just as cold treats aren't an uncommon sight in cold areas, hot treats shouldn't be an uncommon sight in warm areas either. And cold treats should be even more common over here. Let's hope our trio will find what they're looking for. The region is hot, the lava dangerous, the mountain very steep, but they continue making their way through. These dangers are something that no one would expect your regular cook to go through. But Kawasaki is no regular cook. He's the greatest chef in all of Dreamland. And if he is to prepare a feast for his friends, he will make sure that it will be the best feast they have ever had. Which is a pretty big endeavor, since he promises that every single time. And every single time, he delivers and stays true to his promise. It's just a question of time, though, until he becomes too good, making it very hard to improve even further. After leaving the burning mountains behind, they came across an extinguished region of the mountainside. Perhaps they can meet new people here. Maybe someone to join their squad. They do not know yet. But their journey continues forward across treacherous depths. I want to say something about not disturbing the locals, but never mind. After mastering the depths, they continue their path, bringing them to the other side of the mountain. On the other side, they found a waterfall that, from the mountain, carried them all the way to another ocean. What will they find in this ocean? Perhaps there's another local chef. Last time they had such luck. Will their luck prevail again? They decide to take another swim. After all they had endured in the volcano region of Popstar, they more than deserve some refreshment. In the caves within the waters, they find a lot of sea creatures. They find a lot of beautiful sights. But will they find more ingredients? That is something that Kawasaki doesn't know. They discover a hidden area within the really Drippy, Drizzy, Drizzly, whatever, within the islands. And the local Waddle-Dee shares the coconuts from their private palm tree with them. After being greeted by some playful splashes. And yes, those hearts up there were definitely coconuts. Finally, they found another of the ingredients they were looking. Return from the waters to the mountains. They find traveling gourmets on their journey to taste the great food. So Kawasaki decides to amaze them with his cooking skills. Oh, I hope they don't land in Bugsy. Oops. After cooking something for the traveling gourmet duo, Drizzly decides to stay behind with Mr. Frosty to learn how to better refresh people. In exchange, Frosty's good friend Bugsy decides to accompany Kawasaki and his assistant Burning Leo in Drizzly's stead. He may not be able to provide water, but he knows, as a gourmet, how to find the freshest ingredients and where to look for the greatest recipes. Listening to Bugsy's words, they venture through another volcano. This one much cooler than the previous one, but equally dangerous. According to Bugsy, this is the fastest and somehow safest path to a great recipe. They venture hot lands, they venture cold lands, they venture so many different temperatures. Their bonds grow thicker, even with Drizzly despite being absent, or maybe because of the absence. Their bond with Drizzly can also feel as if it's growing stronger. Kawasaki remembers that old saying, distance makes the heart grow fonder. Never before have those words spoken to him to such level, on such level. They know that Drizzly surely feels the same way. After talking with some locals, a rather explosive trio, Kawasaki realizes those were the people Bugsy was talking about. Even though they didn't look like it, the Poppy Bros siblings. Wait, they're already called Poppy Bros. The three Poppy Bros. The explosive trio knew a great recipe to prepare meat, and they allowed Kawasaki to test it out in their own equally ethical boar farm or something. The journey continues. They've learned the ways to recipe, found many companions, made many friends, and collected many ingredients on Popstar. Kawasaki had never before ventured so far. Never before had he left Dreamland. That's not true, but let's just go with it. But Kawasaki's endeavors don't stop there. With Baxy's recommendation, they set out with the threat of Dreamland's ruler, the mysterious swordsman Meta Knight. With his help, they want to make their way towards the stars. It is said, while Meta Knight doesn't himself have a way to venture space, that he knows a group of people who can help Kawasaki. So he goes they go to convince Meta Knight to help them. Meta Knight wants to put their skills to the test, both in cooking and in combat, typically for Meta Knight. Wants to know whether Meta Knight, whether Kawasaki can satisfy a whole group of people. So he shows them that no matter the size of people get, his food will always deliver. Meta Knight is very pleased and convinced by his words. However, being the sword fighter that he is, he still wants to put Kawasaki's physical prowess to the test. And after a difficult trial, both in cooking and in combat, they convince Meta Knight, shocking him so much that he immediately flies off to inform his acquaintances, to let them know that Kawasaki requires their help. Kawasaki ventures forward after meeting up with Meta Knight again, and goes to the location the swordsman specifies for them. The distance they can see it. A huge, strange fracture that appears to be out of this world. Meta Knight has told them that this is indeed the case. This is a spacecraft that his acquaintances are ready to let Kawasaki borrow in order for him to be successful in this journey. His next goal in sight, Kawasaki and his team go on their way. Taxi also still accompanies saying that he will meet up with two other friends of his and Frosty near the spacecraft. And from there, his and Kawasaki's paths will split. Still, for those last few moments, those final minutes, they still travel together. They reminisce about the help Baxter provided them. They reminisce about the great cooking he was able to taste throughout Popstar, thanks to Kawasaki. Unfortunately, Kawasaki and his assistant don't own cell phones, and Baxter has run out of juice, so they cannot inform Frosty and Drizzly to meet up with them as well. But they know the fate of cooking will bring them together sooner or later. So, Bucky's two fellow roommate a pair of foxes, a rather big tree, much bigger than Kawasaki had expected. But that has never stopped them before, and certainly will not stop them now. They are overjoyed, shouting with glee, for they are about to become witness to some culinary greatness. Kawasaki never before had to cook for this many people, but the training of Meta Knight ate some great food, and eventually everyone is satisfied. Their stomachs full. Bugsy decides to stay with his friends to catch up for old time's sake. And Kawasaki and his assistant Burning Leo venture forth towards the spacecraft alone. Perhaps having told Drizzly that they want to find recipes that are out of this world has made Drizzly realize that this could be their destination. Perhaps this knowledge will unite them sooner than they thought. On their way, meet the acquaintance Meta Knight was talking about. They meet the local workers who require their help in delivering some broken resources to the place that needs fixing. While cooking is their expertise, as always, Kawasaki and his assistant are more than happy to lend a hand. The workers decide to show them the way and accompany them as they are off shift right now, having only needed to fix that broken contraption that will not be disclosed any further. Kawasaki is really grateful to have guides in an unfamiliar and giant place as this. Otherwise, he would likely get lost. It appears the local electricity and machinery is malfunctioning. So one of the workers, the one gladly decides to stay behind. Oh wait, no. God damn it! The one in blue decides to stay behind to fix this problem. Just as their food seems to be getting smaller again, Kawasaki's other assistant, Drizzly, shows up. He tells the group that he knew that Kawasaki would surely go towards the space event, taking literally what he said about recipe out of this world. Good thing he did, good thing Kawasaki didn't take that literally, or else, who knows if they would have found each other again. They venture forward to find the first of Meta Knight's acquaintances, one of the three commanders who control this craft. Good thing they had the local worker to show them the quickest route. Francisca is ready to give Blackie out, and for that, let's help if she can. After all, is fan of hosting herself. Knowing that this is what Kawasaki's trying to find in his journey across the stars, brings her on board immediately. That's how I always say they're just talking whenever they're fighting. Francisca is more than willing to help, but the spacecraft will not start without the permission and without the control mechanisms of all three commanders. So she directs them over to Flamberge, who should not be too far away from where the system was currently occupied. Worker keeps accompanying them as to keep them safe from the less than ideal safe places. They make quick work of the dangerous environment and venture forward. And quickly, thanks to a multitude of shortcuts, find the hallway workspace. They decide to enter and are immediately met with a burning passion and a rather rough welcome reminiscent of a Meta Knight. Looks like, whether they like it or not, we'll have to fight and participate. Strange enough, since the father knows she has grown accustomed to these scenarios during its journey to Popstar. Flamberge makes sure they can feel her burning passion and quickly lets them know that she's on board with helping them. After a quick brawl, they make her way after ending up in a rather remote section of the spaceship, they meet up with Mr. Frosty again. Apparently, he had gotten separated from Drizzly before. Glad to have been found by friendly and familiar faces, and the worker decides to stay behind so he can show Frosty the safest way out of the lower section of the spacecraft. After all, Frosty, much of a gourmet as he is, does not wish to venture into space. So, having gotten instruction on what path to take, the trio goes forward. Even without a local employee's help, they are more than confident in their partisan. And on the way there, they found another local chef. Excited to get tips to exchange recipes. Kawasaki happily shows him the cuisine of Popstar, while the local space chef tells him what planets are best to visit. What planets hold the greatest influence in all of space. Kawasaki is more than thankful for this information, and will make sure that those planets are his priority. However, the those will not be the only planets he visits. He may have the best ingredients in the galaxy. A true chef will make sure to test out every ingredient, no matter how well perceived it is in the public eye. And another local worker will, with his quick shuttle, local fast train lift, bring them directly to Miss Partizan. The last commanders, they still need assistance from to venture off a pop star. That is very exciting because various portions and parts of the spacecraft moves along in a very quick and twisted pace. The shuttle takes a quick detour, being fast as it is, just to let everyone get a more thrilling experience on the way to this party. Now she may be in the top energy core, a quick side for the lower section surely won't hurt. Having reached the destination, they thank the lift worker and bid him adieu. I'm really sad this They have finally made it to their destination. Now, it's one more person they need to convince. Thinking of what they went through to get here, they're excited. Reach new heights. Better chefs. This trio consists of the best in all of Popstar. However, that is not enough. They want to become better. So space is their only option. With huge determination, they hasten their pace and make their way towards San Partizan. She is immediately on board with their plan. However, she wants to get a taste of Kawasaki's cooking herself. Kawasaki's assistants are more than happy to oblige. After cooking her a grand meal, the spacecraft takes flight into the depths of space. They let Kawasaki off at his first destination, promising to wait for him to return to bring him from planet to planet. However, due to their craft size, he will have to make his way through the planets themselves on his own. Local fauna, local flora, all seem rather warm-hearted, despite the air somewhat chill. Well, it definitely isn't the case. The planet reminds Kawasaki of Autumn. The perfect planet to collect ingredients that are more set for polar and tree atmosphere, pumpkins, mushrooms, chestnuts, no, what are those things called again in English? Let me look that up. The things that I'm thinking of, I don't remember the German, the Greek term, but oh, chestnuts, I said it right. Huh. Maybe even some maple, some of the summer ingredients. Who knows what they will find? Make their way meadows and locals, asking them for directions and for advice. They will not give in until the perfect feast is planned out fully. Locals tell them of a storage room with ingredients that they are more than welcome to take along and use. The path may be a bit dangerous, but bravely Kawasaki makes his way through, collecting various ingredients prepared by all hearts, and happily continuing forward after thanking the locals. Small portion of the planet left. Kawasaki, in surprisingly fast fashion, has ventured the entire planet. Last check finds a familiar face. It is Swiss and has embarked on a space adventure on his own. Share some new grown apples with Kawasaki. Wispy said that he was visiting an old friend of his. And Kawasaki is more than welcome to ask him for fruits as well. Kawasaki ventures forward and Wispy's friend, eating grapes. Had a lot of experience with books and with sharing experience. And he's delighted. He's delighted. Some of his I think that's too early. Darn. No. After saying their goodbyes, Kawasaki and his assistants return to the spacecraft. Onward to the next planet. Seems not unsimilar to the oceans of Popstar, but has the big difference that the entire planet consists of water. Land is just a rarity here. So Kawasaki hopes to find underwater delicacies that cannot be found on any other planet. No. Waters are dangerous, especially for someone who specializes in fire. But Kawasaki reassures Burning Wheel that he will be there to help stand no matter what. They venture forward, they make their way deeper and deeper. Please don't die, goddammit. They finally reach a very rare portion of land. Kawasaki immediately makes haste to prepare delicacies for his friends. As a token of appreciation for having been with him so far. They keep going. And after taking a quick break, they return to the water, looking for more seafood to add to the menu. Reach great depths, find amazing delicacies, and after doing so, return to the surface. And lo and behold, no, not yet, it's 15. Continue their way, and to the recommendation of their grenade friends back on Popstar, they decide to meet with another pair of grenades. How did they get their recommendation, you ask? Well, unlike Kawasaki and Burning Wheel, Wrigley does have a phone, and the others finally remembered to charge theirs, so they could contact each other. The local hero is more than happy to dedicate some Kawasaki cooking and share recipes of the water planet. Kawasaki may call the great ingredients, but recipes is something that you didn't come across here, and it's just the majority of his time under the sea. Bring Kawasaki their burrow. Kawasaki treats them to his delicious after burning the recipe. They are left speechless. They are amazed that a cook from a land as small as Greenland could create such amazing delicacies. They say their goodbyes. Kawasaki ventures on to a planet with a desolate, barren exterior, but an amazing interior. Society on this planet is underground. The outside world cannot hold this planet has seemingly no interest in Kawasaki. No ingredients that he doesn't already have. Nothing that stands out from anywhere else. But he has that feeling. There's something great here. Something equally, if not greater than ingredients and recipes that he cannot find on any other planet. So Kawasaki decides to trust his feelings and starts searching. For what he's searching, he doesn't know himself. He knows that will surely give him the answers he seeks. The trio continues investigating, searching for they don't know what, but trusting in their leader's gut feeling. Kawasaki has treated with great kindness there so far. Has not once led them astray, so they trust that this time will be no different. Okay, I took the right one. Question local after cooking preparation. Tell Kawasaki of a local hobby chef. Someone who isn't too great in his craft yet, but definitely has the passion. They tell Kawasaki that he should definitely go meet him. So he decides to do just that. Could this be what his intuition led him to? Could this be what he was looking for? Kawasaki finds a very young, very inexperienced chef. The young chef is amazed by Kawasaki's cooking. He himself loves to cook, but he has very little skill. Kawasaki knew the moment they met, this was what drew him to this planet. Now their squad is finally complete. This shall become Kawasaki's apprentice. And for the first time ever, I cannot go to the secret area. I don't have the right characters. Now renewed and now complete, what continues on into the next planet. On that planet, they're not the only ones who are in search of someone. Alongside the Kawasaki squad, one of the commanders also exited the spacecraft. This has said this used to be her... Oh no, is it? Whatever, for this story then. Siska said that this used to be her home planet long ago, so she wants to visit her own hometown. They look through the frozen lands. They decide to go meet where Francisca told them. Her hometown is sure to have the frozen delicacies that Kawasaki has still yet to find. And from there, your journey will surely continue in a great way. They make their way, and as they look for where Francisca is, they explore the town. Yes, this is the town, by the way. They found many ingredients. Frozen. It's delicious. After doing some shopping, meeting up with a local, the squad continues their path. They've almost reached Francisca's home. The locals are excited to have some of Francisca's new friends. I'm sure I'll find those two again. Francisca, having finally met up with her, is ready to give them her hometown's famous recipe, to teach it to them. However, to do such a thing, Kawasaki and his apprentice must prove themselves worthy. No interference of outside help from his other assistants is allowed. Instead, he will be tested by two of the local chefs from Francisca's hometown. Together, they have to prove themselves worthy. Otherwise, Francisca is not allowed to give them the recipe. Shown great skill, great passion. The local chef decided to teach Kawasaki her homemade recipe. Even Francisca is greatly amazed by no one has ever managed to gain this the two local chefs give them their blessings, bid them farewell, and together the four of them leave to the next planet. Due to a strange contraction on the next planet, so it seems the group got separated. Kawasaki's assistants seem to have ended up in a different part of the building. Kawasaki and his apprentice had to find each other again. Finding ingredients and recipes may be important, but nothing is more important to Kawasaki than his friends. Maybe assistants, maybe apprentices, maybe employees that need their employer. Above all, Kawasaki needs them as friends. So finding them and making sure that they are safe is his top priority. His apprentice searched high and low, making their way through the dangerous contraptions that this planet has to offer. Hopefully, they can find their two companions. And indeed, they managed to do so. They find burning Leo on a stairway leading to the top of the building. He informs them that Drizzly has made her way further up, hoping that a high vantage point could help her locate the others, while Leo stayed on the bottom of the stairway in order to be able to see if Kawasaki the apprentice came through the only entranceway that the stairway had. Indeed, they did. For now, they just had made their way through another contraption tied to Disney, who in her excitement from the top of the stairway when she saw them, tripped and fell down the other side. Hopefully she hasn't injured herself. That is great. But his mind, as bright as ever. After all, his mind needs to be trained as well alongside his body if he wants to keep moving pieces of art with his cooking. Quickly figures out how to work the contraption. The locals also help out, having heard of what journeys they've been through so far. And the apprentice cooks them all meals, all extremely delicious. The apprentice already shows great progress, and Kawasaki couldn't be more proud. To venture forward in search of Drizzly. I'm really thinking hard about how to continue this right now. They continue, and on their way, they meet a local ready to share some ingredients from their storage. Kawasaki is grateful, and also hears from the locals that Drizzly has been found by a different local who lives at the top of the tower. That local caught them while they were falling and brought them to their home to nurse them back to health, to make sure that nothing has happened to them. Kawasaki is relieved to hear that, and makes her way to meet the kind stranger who saved Drizzly. The kind stranger turns out to be Greco. They were the one who found and caught Drizzly before she fell. But Greco didn't do it alone. Greco's twin was the one who made sure that Drizzly wasn't injured once they came back home. Kawasaki is most grateful for this. His apprentice is too, and wanting to improve his skills further, he decides to cook another feast for everyone. Kawasaki joins him, and together the two of them make an amazing meal to the twins who saved and helped their friend. Together, they return to the spacecraft, to which Drizzly was brought to by the twins after making sure that she's okay, which is why they didn't reunite with her quite yet. God, I hope there's another make their way towards Lambert's home planet. Her, just as Francisca, being excited to return home after so long and making her way to her hometown. They made sure to meet up there again. Now, all four being reunited, they make their way towards Flamberge's hometown, where they are sure to find the hot dish that Kawasaki had hoped to find back on Popstar. If you can't find a hot dish in a local volcano area, then surely on a local lava planet. Planet seems pretty dangerous. It's much harder than Popstars on firing locations could ever. But this squad hasn't made it so far by backing down from a challenge. So they continue, making their way through, meeting up with their locals, cooking them delicious feeds to further improve their skills. The locals share delicious local fire pumpkins with them. The local chef is also amazed and arrives shortly after smelling Kawasaki's cooking from afar. I'm glad and excited to share local recipes with Kawasaki. Oh, thanks. And after learning everything he could have ever wanted from this planet, Kawasaki and his friends decide to go and meet up with Flamberge. But it's time to leave after all. While they slowly make their way towards Flamberge's hometown, Kawasaki wonders all of his struggle, the entire journey, has definitely been more than worth it as a cook. But will it be enough to satisfy his friends back on Popstar? Will they be amazed by his cooking? He wonders as he does not know, thinking of what they could be doing at this very moment. Not knowing that back on Popstar, everyone is already gathered together. Kirby is getting impatient because food still has not arrived. Oh goodness, Kawasaki better hurry up. While making their way through Flamberge's hometown, the locals tell them that friends of Flamberge, they're more than welcome to take some local ingredients with them. They're more than happy to do so. After stocking up, they continue forward. You guys can run, you don't have to fly now. The big hill. I'll do this too. And after resting for a bit, they finally find Flamberge's old home which grew up. He shows them around and decides that before they leave, they should have another quick spar. She's very passionate about fighting, and she also uses swords. Probably thanks to her that 3 commanders got acquainted. After a quick, harmless bout, the group makes their way back to the spacecraft. They have gone through all major planets now that the local cook of the spacecraft had told them about. Now it's time for Kawasaki to venture into the search on the other smaller planets. Had said it before. He is more than grateful for the recommendation. But as a great cook, he has to make sure to check out every local planet. Make sure to find all of the local cuisine. Hidden gems, maybe just where one expects them to lead. With a venture forward, to their surprise, they meet a traveling cooking duo, just like them, having a space teacher to improve their craft. The two groups of cooks are very excited to meet each other. They've all been in various planets. Some they have in common with one another. Some they don't. After exchanging recipes and tales of their journeys, the two groups part ways. The small planet seems rather interesting, Kawasaki thinks. From a tropical ocean, leading immediately to a frozen desert. While such habitats are a new sight to Kawasaki, it is still strange to see them so close to one another. What the? Why did he? Since when does he spawn on that side? Traveling mermaids, and on their journey, have a nice chat with them, and recently once again decides to go her own path to improve. I didn't know that. To improve her own abilities even more. One of the mermaids is willing to help her with this endeavor, while the other decides to accompany the group until then. The frozen landscape behind. Oh, that was close. They make their way to a building with similarly strange contraptions as the one on the other planet. They carefully make their way through. Who knows how dangerous this thing's actually be. Safety of his friends, important as always to Kawasaki. I can't think of anything to say. their way through to the other side of the contraptions. The gourmets bidding them farewell, and then meeting back up with Grizzly. Promises that this will be the last venture of her own. This planet has really thrown everything for a loop. So many oh dear, that is so many different locations and habitats, all in such close proximity to each other. Kawasaki's apprentice decides to also take a venture of his own, being inspired by Grizzly's actions. Once he's studying more hot dishes, famous pop star or super spicy curry. He does not wish to learn his member's signature dish. Instead, hoping he could come up with a spicy dish of his own. Ventures off Kawasaki with assistance. The original trio that set off from Greenland. Meet up with some of the locals, being excited to ask them for advice and sharing the cooking. Locals more than happy to share some of the local cuisine with Kawasaki. They decide to bring him to the planet's main building. This being such a small, compact planet of so many different areas, it makes sense that there's a building directed from all over the side come together. There we want to show Kawasaki the local cuisine, using ingredients and techniques from all different locations he has visited on this planet. Who better to teach him than local chefs? Kawasaki is amazed. Would have never imagined that the greatest dish so versatile has to offer. Energy crisis. Would be special sweet. And to his biggest surprise, his apprentice had arrived on this location before he did. Having learned many techniques alongside the ones that Kawasaki also has now learned, they make their way towards the next planet. One that is mostly full of water and dangerous sea creatures. So they decide to take the spacecraft's train shuttle thing. The one that they used before to quickly find a party then. That way they should be able to quickly and safely make their ways across the waters. While also being able to stop and explore on foot whenever the at the need, and whenever they see something of interest or just have to do so. waters, make a way out to a frozen landscape. It's strange, Kawasaki thinks, that so many tropical areas are immediately followed or strongly connected to frozen locations. However, seeing as their path goes higher and higher, it makes sense. The air freezing up, frozen landscape they get so much warm area outside. Perhaps there is a pattern with so many different planets across the galaxy, as well as its own planet Popstar. Have the same habitat and the same orders. Maybe some otherworldly power will build it that way. Having reached a safe spot to leave the shuttle before it quickly, automatically warps back to the spacecraft, because it can definitely do that. Continue. They'll leave the planet behind, and the spacecraft arrives at its final destination. The the home base from which the three commanders, alongside their spacecraft, come from. The place that in recent years they have grown to call home. Kawasaki has now found everything he needs. The cuisine in this place and the ingredients it offers are in no shape or form any different from what were on the smaller spacecraft. However, there's something that needs to be done here. The mentor, the boss, the parent figure of the three commanders. One, who according to them is called Highness, differently than the similar sounding term often used for royalty. He resides here, having had important work which had caused him not be able to join them on their trip to Popstar. We hope that this work is was finished since they had first departed. They decided to make one last stop here so they can also invite him to Kawasaki's grand feast. They find many noble workers. They find many locals who are just regular citizens as well. This place may be mechanical, but it is just as big as any other planet. All of them deserve an invitation. All of them deserve to get a taste of Kawasaki's apprentices and his assistance skills. Last time, player 4 fell on the heart immediately and stopped us from the falling. The road to Hades is rather long. After all, he had so much work to do, not even the three commanders know where he currently is. Locals though assure them that he has not left the home base. So they make the way through Kawasaki's squad, taking a different route to search. Me, then unfamiliar with this place, may help them find his figure. While the commanders know their how to get through at a faster pace, having a keener observation due to his familiarity could prove helpful for Kawasaki and his friends. So they make their way through, continuing their search for the one called Highness. And while they still haven't found him, they instead came across a rather interesting looking room. A lot of ingredients are here, and the workers managing the room already know that they are friends of the commanders, allow them to take some of the ingredients with them. Kawasaki, however, is more amazed by the giant letters he saw on the wall. However, even the... Are you serious? Even the workers do not know what those letters were or meant. Apparently, they had always been there from the day the home base was built. Kawasaki and his squad take a rather dangerous route after being so well. The apprentice decided to go on his own again, having seen a split path. Maybe their destination will be the same, despite the different routes. Maybe he will find Highness first, and they can all return. Oh god. To Popstar quickly. Either way, their journey is close to an end. That is something everyone is aware of at this time. However, this is not a sad thing to their journey, but rather a joyful one. Because to celebrate such journey, we'll need to return to Popstar and have that grand feast that Kawasaki was preparing all along, the very reason he embarked on this journey to begin with. To reach the most highest floor of the base, and reunite with the apprentice, who apparently also found his way here through the path that he had taken. It appears the sisters are also here, and that Highness was indeed here, since this was the last job he still had to finish. While Highness finished his business uninterrupted, still unaware of the guests that are with him. The party has a quick chat and exchanges some happy words with Kawasaki and the others. Finally, Highness is finished. He's confused. He did not expect this many people to return, nor did he expect the three commanders to return from their trip to Popstar. They tell him about their plans, about the journeys they've been through, and Highness does a happy dance hearing the story. Together, all 8 of them start making preparations for their journey to Popstar. After all, when everything was longer 15, such a journey requires the correct preparation of time systems over an extended period of time out. Yes, to ensure that everything is still harder on the base during his absence. So all of them, finally, having found all the recipes, all the ingredients, all the friends and guests they wanted, make their way back to Popstar. Kirby is surely going to be excited about the return, but finally being able to feast on new dishes that Kawasaki can come up with. Now only the journey home remains. Or so our group had thought. Unexpectedly, yet another guest arrives in the chamber. Highness and the others have already departed to prepare the ship. But another unfamiliar face seems to want to be part of the feast. And not only one face, but two people. Who could those unfamiliar guests be? Kawasaki does not know, though they do bear some resemblance to Meta Knight. Standing in front of them tells them that it is a combination holding the souls of both the swordsman and thief they saw before and the butterfly that landed on top of him. Those two beings seem to be quite familiar with each other, seem to have made a habit out of it. Though it is just one body standing in front of Kawasaki's group, it is a group, so they are currently talking with. Those two people want to be part of the feast as well. Kawasaki using a quick taste test of his cooking, and together all of them leave for Popstar. The two new mysterious people, calling themselves Galacta and Morpho apparently, decide to embark on their own, finding it more comfortable and faster than taking the spacecraft. But they will all meet up back in Dreamland, all having a grand party with amazing food and many friends who join in. And so they make their way back and have the feast that is grander than everything Kawasaki has ever created. He could not be happier nor more proud of himself, having such an amazing team, having been through such a great adventure, and having brought everyone joy with his cooking. And this is where our story ends. Man, I almost wish I could make a story like this for everyone. But nah, that's too hard. Plus, I'm not playing every single guest star mode again. Ah, that was satisfying though, like really satisfying. Quite happy with how this turned out. However, sadly, we are not done yet. We still have the ultimate choice, and we still have the ultimate choice to complete, both with Kawasaki and also with Vivitria, since I didn't do it yesterday because I just couldn't anymore. Did he score steal? Let's see, did he scar steal me? Yes, he scar stole me! Oh, what a jerk! Can't believe I'm actually trying to get a high score with Kawasaki of all people. God damn it. Mario class! Did he seriously just block it? Whatever. Kawasaki's so great, he can fight Meta Knight's Galaxia using the freaking ladle of all things. Yay! Fire! Yay! Ah, damn it, I wanted to cook again. And now I have every single Copy ability guest star complete. I'm really excited for the next guest star modes. Sharp Knight, Sir Kibble, Poppy Bros, Rocky, I don't know his English name, Bonkers, Biospark, Jim, Jammy, I think, I don't know, Burning Leo, Chili, Waddleview, Drizzly, Ness, Birdon, Roomheader, Knuckle Joe, Baxi, Tomo, Parasol Waddlebee, Dividria, Cook Kawasaki, or Chef Kawasaki, whatever. Next time, I love how they all... Okay, starting with those guys. They have their screens inspired by the box art of the Big Hue game. Okie dokie. Time for a double feature. Guest star. No. Double feature ultimate choice. This will be a nightmare. And this will have way too long loading times. Okay. And only so far have I done it in multiplayer. I need to force my brother to play this with me more often. Good old as always. Oh, reliable. Some people get scared. Wait, no, I'll jump on them after we have those. Okay, we're starting with yellow. This time I'll actually try to pay attention and remember it. I hope we're just not with yellow now. I don't know. How we get separated. We're with you. I'll leave them to show an extra second for the bosses to attack, so I can 100% sure that I can attack them. And 100% sure it was my little bandanity that did that. Doodle bandy. Okay, I'm still using it. God damn it! Well, that didn't go as planned. yellow might be full again. Oh, I like it. Oh, no skipping second, please. Hey, poor guy, poor guy. Too bad with blue barely not being full though. Yeah, okay. Oh, bad. Wait! I just remembered I can do this. Okay, now it doesn't matter on which one of them I jump. I'll use it. As long as I keep stuff on them. Because giant Freckle is nothing. Worth it. And I think blue can still do that. Nice, nice, nice. Blue still being able to do it. It's gonna be important because of the double boxing. I hate them. You're no apprentice. Get at it. Because I do not want to deal with double boxing. Somehow this is one of the things that gives me the most trouble. Ah. Okay, guess we're not skipping. Oh, fine. Hit her, hit her, hit her, kill her. I'm not perfect for my life. I'm no longer terrified. But still, I'm not gonna fight my army. I have great, strong soldiers after all. Just whoop her butt with some paint. I don't know where to put landed there, but sure. I'll take it. Go, my little soldier! Even as a doodle, Meta Knight's intimidating aura sent the enemies fleeing. Yes, I just tried healing them with the puzzle pieces. Don't ask. I have no idea why I did that. Hey, you know what? Let's skip part of this fight. Are you serious right now? Aw, we nearly reached the best part of the song. Too bad, too bad. We're now legally allowed to use one item per turn. Yay! Nice. Yeah, even though we can potentially heal, I'd rather skip the second phase. Here we have another team versus the real team. Why are we struggling against Space DDD? What? Gotta land the blue as quickly as possible. Perfect. Not perfect. Or yellow, I guess. At least I don't use the background. Nope, you got hit. Drop. See, every time Meta Knight is on screen, the enemy just disappears. Coincidence? I think not. I think not. Okey-dokey. This is bound to be scary. But what's about to happen afterwards is even scarier. Hey, hey, yeah! Go, my little one! Oh no. Okay, I'm not against the wild build. But wild punch. milk. What? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Why does that happen? Reverse order. And hope for the best, hope for the best, guy. I'm not looking forward to this at all. The greatest part is that we'll have to do it again afterwards with Kawasaki again. But we better first try. God, I hope we first try. Okay, I'm ready. Good thing the loading times are so long for me to mentally prepare myself. Green fuse. Blue and yellow red. Oh fuck. It's been so long since this happened. You know what? I'll just do it off stream on my own. I don't want to do. No, we've been on at it. No, I don't want to do this again right now. God damn it! It's been so freaking long since I fucked up like this, and it's been so freaking long since their attack actually defeated me. Aw. Well, ain't that a great ending for the stream? Whatever. Let me do the thumbnail at least. Full screen. Smile, because doing that was actually a fun part, and we were happy and we didn't lose. And come on, I had some really great storytelling here. And yeah, that is it for today's stream. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. You can already see it in the schedule for once. It's not just, oh yeah, stream at 7 p.m. For once, I actually have something happening. Like I have pre-scheduled what we'll be doing in tomorrow's stream. So make sure to check that out. And even more importantly, let me show you. There we go. Now turn that off and bam. I need to start following some people so I don't get random stuff anymore. So, my channel, my YouTube channel, be quiet. You know it. Before it was also called Star Blue Chaos Art. I renamed it to Astra VT. I wanted just Astra, but they didn't let me for some reason. I made a post there. You won't see what though. You'll have to go and check it out on your own. And even more importantly, I have a video scheduled for tomorrow. The video I was editing yesterday, I finished it yesterday. I uploaded it tomorrow and scheduled it for it to be published tomorrow. I don't know at what time. It's 3 p.m. local time, so it's approximately 18 and a half hours from now. Either way, or well, to say it easier, it'll be 4 hours before my stream. I'll say it again also on my socials, but here on Twitch, you're the first people to hear about it, so make sure to check that out. My first non-introduction video, been long enough. Oops. Been long enough, hasn't it? 2 months ago. When exactly? Why are there ads playing on my videos? I'm not getting anything out of them, so I didn't think. Am I getting something out of them? Whatever. When did I? I'll figure that out later. 27th October. Oh goodness. Yeah. How about time I finally made a video? Am I right? So yeah, that is all. Make sure to check out the video tomorrow, and make sure to be here for the stream tomorrow. Until then, Astra, bye bye.